Stories, Grandpa T. So as I'm driving south on this dark and stormy time, I'm reminded one time I was just right about here, and it was a lot like it is right now. It was kind of nasty and rainy, and I'm heading home. I had a long commute, and I saw this dark SUV right there in the right lane, just like you see now with this truck. And I'm going by him just about this far. I get about here and I look down and I see he's got a Michigan license plate and it says Kid Fun. Michigan plate, dark SUV. And I thought to myself instantly, oh, that's so nice, because it was right around holiday time, Thanksgiving time actually. And I thought, oh, that's so nice. I bet these kids are out here having a great time in Oregon. There's a lot of similarities to Michigan as far as landscape and geography goes. And I thought, hey, great, I hope these families having a good time. And I rolled by them real slow, just like I did this truck here to my right. And didn't think a super thing about it. Kept going on my commute. This was actually after work. At the time, I was commuting about 100 miles south from my job. I was commuting, back and forth 100 miles each way. And so I just kept on about my commute. And I got home that evening and ate my dinner, went to bed, didn't think much about it again. Never entered a single thought. I didn't even mention anything about it. Just a fleeting thought that, oh boy, I hope those kids are having fun here in Oregon, because it's a pretty nice place to be for the holidays. And next morning I went to worked all day, come home, the same commute, same crappy dark rainy drive. I get home from work, got the dinner in my lap, TV turned on, they're on the news. They're looking for a murderer in Newport, Oregon. The guy had killed his children and his wife, stuffed them all in suitcases and sunk them in the bay there in Oregon. And they were looking for this guy, and they wanted to know this is an FBI plea, it's a PSA. They want to know anybody that's got information on a dark SUV yesterday driving southbound on I-5 between Corvallis and Eugene at around 5:30 in the afternoon with a Michigan license plate, Kid Fun. And oh my God, I flipped the effing out. I could not believe it. I had saw that guy. I saw him with my own two eyes, clear as day. And I screaming at my wife, Tamara, my God, I saw this guy. And she asked me, are you sure? And I'm like, absolutely, 100%. License plate. And I told her, I thought those kids were out here having fun, and oh my God, they were chopped up in a frickin' suitcase in the bay at that goddamn time. And I just couldn't believe what I witnessed. And they had flashed the FBI number on there. If you got any tips at all, call the FBI. And my wife says, well, you better call them. I mean, dang right, I'm calling them. And I called the lady. I called the FBI, and the lady, very kind, courteous, professional, really, really intently asked me a lot of questions, and a couple of them I didn't have answers for, like the exact milepost. Heck, I didn't know. It was a fleeting thought. But I knew at the time how long I'd been driving and where I was. I was somewhere about 20 miles south of Corvallis, which just puts you about, 15 miles north of Eugene, Oregon. And like I said, very professional. She asked me a lot of questions. I told her I was absolutely 150,000% sure I saw that vehicle when and where I did. And I'm telling you, I was freaking out. I'm actually getting myself really worked up right now talking about this story, because it really affected me so greatly with these kids, I mean, children are just nothing but pure innocence, and it's left up to adults not only to teach them and to help them along, but to protect them. And oh my God, to do that to anybody but Jesus Christ, your own freaking children. Some people are just not blessed enough to be with children, and you have others that do things like this. So Google it, Christian Longo murders. Horrible, horrible thing. They did finally catch the guy down in Mexico, like all these dipshits. But thank you very much for listening to my story here. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be adding content up quite often. Thank you very much.